We're still sifting through the results from those 2025 elections in New Jersey and Virginia. And one of the big questions that has been asked is, where are Latino voters?
Yes, the eternal mystery. Where did all the Latino voters go? Maybe they're hiding from pollsters or just tired of being the political piñata every election cycle.
The Latino voting shift toward Donald Trump in 2024 helped propel him to victory. So what do the results in New Jersey and Virginia show us now? What might it tell us about what U.S. opinions are on the president's immigration policy? With us now, CNN chief data analyst Harry Enton. Harry, a lot going on constantly on the issue of immigration and immigration crackdowns. The Latino vote, what are we seeing among the polls there?
Yeah, what are we seeing? One of the big shifts in 2024 from 2020 was that shift towards Donald Trump, right? Immigration played a key role in that. I want to start off with Latinos on Trump and immigration. Back a year ago, what did we see on the issue of immigration? Latino voters trusted Kamala Harris more than Donald Trump, but by just 2 points. 1, 2.
2 points? That's basically a coin toss. At this rate, the next poll will just ask, do you like tacos, and call it a day.
Look now at Donald Trump's net approval rating on immigration among Latinos. He is 38 points underwater.
Trump's approval rating among Latinos is so deep underwater, it's probably hanging out with the Titanic. Someone get him a snorkel.
That is a 36-point shift, essentially, from where we were a year ago on immigration. Kamala Harris and Donald Trump are basically tied on the issue of immigration.
Tied on immigration. That's like saying you're tied in a race to the bottom. Who can disappoint more?
And now on the issue of immigration, Latinos despise, hate Donald Trump, 38 points underwater.
Despise and hate? That's not just losing the popularity contest. That's getting banned from the party. Maybe time to rethink the playlist, Don.
In their mind, he is doing something absolutely wrong when it comes to immigration.
What about the Latino vote overall?
What about the Latino vote overall? All right, how do Latinos feel about Donald Trump overall? Let's take a look here. This, I think, sort of gives the game away.
Goodness.
Yeah, oh my goodness. I mean, that is the phrase of the day. Trump's net approval rating among Latinos. In early February, again, he was just 2 points underwater. Look at where he is now. Late October, minus 34 points. 34 points underwater, a shift to 32 points over the course of this year. I should point out this is the CBS News YouGov poll, but I was looking at the Averager polls. I was looking at our own poll. Very similar shift. 20, 25, 30-point shifts on the net approval rating away from Donald Trump among Latinos overall. Again, whatever Donald Trump is doing in office, in the minds of Latinos, it is not working. They have turned against him in massive, massive numbers.
I was in New Jersey a couple weeks ago on election night there. People were watching certain counties with high Latino populations very closely. What did we learn?
Yeah, what did we learn from the 2025 elections? I took the highest Latino percentage area in both New Jersey and Virginia. New Jersey, it was Union City. Look at this, 2024 president, 2025 governorship. There was a 52... I'm laughing because you never see any numbers like this. A 52-point shift towards Mikey Sherrill from how Kamala Harris did.
52 points? That's not a shift. That's a teleportation. Did Mickey promise free bread or something?
On the margin, Mikey Sherrill ran away with this. Kamala Harris did win that vote, but by a small margin. Mikey Sherrill did 52 points better. How about in Virginia, Manassas Park? Look at that. A 22-point shift towards Abigail Spanberger from how Kamala Harris did back in 2024. We saw huge Latino shifts in both New Jersey and Virginia. The idea of what happens to Donald Trump won't impact down ballot. If you're a Republican, you believe that, that is fantasy land. What is happening to Donald Trump absolutely impacted what happened down ballot.
Down ballot Republicans watching this must feel like they're on a sinking ship. And Trump's the guy drilling holes in the hull.
Part of it is turnout, but part of it is persuasion. Latinos running away from Republicans, running to the Democrats, a big reversion of the mean. Latinos back in the Democratic camp in 2025 in a way they simply put we're not in 2024, and it's because of Donald John Trump.
Look, a lot can change between now and next November, the 2026, but if you start sort of extrapolating this and overlaying it on places like Texas.
Yes, we're going to be having lots of discussion about Texas. That redistricting may not work out the way that a lot of Texas Republicans and Donald Trump hope it would.
Harry Enton, great to see you.
Nice to see you, my friend.
Sarah.
All right. North Carolina's governor is responding to the immigration raids you heard them talking about. Governor Josh Stein is urging people to document encounters with Border Patrol agents. He warns that agents are targeting people of color and arresting them in churches and stores.
Nothing says land of the free like getting tackled while picking up donuts or praying. Next up, ICE raids at Chuck E. Cheese.
We've seen masked, heavily armed agents and paramilitary garb driving unmarked cars, targeting American citizens based on their skin color, racially profiling and picking up random people in parking lots. This is not making us safer. It's stoking fear and dividing our community.
Joining me now is Manuel Manolo Betancourt. He owns the popular Manolo's Bakery there in Charlotte. First, let me ask you, what happened, Manuel, at your bakery or outside your bakery?
This past Saturday, I was walking here on this avenue, and then these unmarked cars just approach. Just four guys jump out from the car and threw pedestrians down to the floor. And
Is this a bakery or a WWE event? If you buy a cake, do you get a free body slam?
all of these people could be customers from my bakery. And then these cars start coming here to my parking lot as well.
We're seeing some of the video taken by a bystander who is showing, the agents running, people falling on the ground, them trying to nab and pick up people. What have you done with Manolo's Bakery? What have you decided to do with your business because of this?
It's the first time in 28 years that we closed the bakery. The only time that we had closed it was a few hours when the founder passed away in 2014. So I decided not to risk my customers, not to risk my employees, and not risk myself and my family. That could be myself, my wife, or my kids who were walking on the streets and they just turned down to the floor like what I saw. So it's too risky, and I don't want to carry in my shoulders the heaviness of maybe a kid to lose their father or their mother because they were on their way to the bakery to get a cake.
You're an American citizen, and you've been in this country for many years as an entrepreneur. Are you yourself doing something different because of these ICE raids? Are you afraid?
Yeah, I've been carrying my passport all this year.
Carrying a passport just to buy bread? Welcome to America, where your ID is more important than your wallet. Maybe next year, bring a birth certificate for extra security.
And nowhere in the Constitution says that as an American citizen I had to carry my passport to show that I'm an American citizen. But because the color of my skin, my race, my accent, and I feel that they are profiling me, and I don't want to go through all this process like we have seen and like what I saw, getting hit on the floor and 10, 20 minutes later, threw me to the streets when they realized that they found out I'm an American citizen.
I want you to respond to what we've been hearing from the Trump administration and the Border Patrol folks saying that this is all about following the rule of law and getting criminals off the streets. How do you see it?
If they are renewed and there is like some criminals, why they didn't send the information to the CMPD and to the cops here? Saturday they picked 81 people from the street, and just like 7 of them had like some criminal issues.
So 74 people were just bonus round? ICE playing Guess Who with real lives? Maybe next time try bingo.
Why they didn't send the information to our local police enforcement? I think and I feel this is more just like intimidation and trying to scare us, and a family separation is the biggest thing here.
Family separation, the government's way of saying happy holidays, now go cry in a corner.
Our children losing their parents and their mothers.
Manuel Manolo Betancourt, I know that you're closing your business, you said, for the first time in 28 years. Thank you for taking the time this morning to speak with us, and we'll be checking back in with you to see how things are going in the days ahead. Appreciate your time.